It's the morning after with Nick and Big J. Welcome to Tuesday. It is the 4th day of August 2026. My name is Nick. There's Big J right over yonder.
Yeah,
hey,
good
Big
morning.
J, how you doing, man?
I'm all right, dude.
Happy Tuesday to you, dude.
Yeah, thanks.
Happy Streaming Dumbass Day to you. Happy Shinedown ticket giveaway day to you.
Yeah.
Happy day 2 of week 6 of the Summer of Fun to you.
Look out.
As we got a Yellowstone trip up for grabs to have a little bit of fun and enjoy a little bit of, basically a full week in a cabin.
It's not a trip to Dutton Ranch. It's the trip to the national park.
Although, please keep those Yellowstone references in the back of your mind.
That'd be big deal, right? If you're going to go send somebody to Dutton Ranch to hang out.
I mean, here's the thing. Hot take. I don't know if they filmed that in actual Montana.
Oh, yeah. They filmed a lot of it in Montana.
I thought they did a lot of it down in Texas.
No.
And
a lot of it was done in Montana.
Because some of the show takes place down in Texas, too. And I know they filmed that stuff down there. But either way, yeah, this is because this is more Yellowstone proper.
Yeah,
not Yellowstone,
the national
TV show.
park.
Right.
People that get mistaken.
Right. Because, listen, as those of you that watch the show know, lots of bodies buried at Dutton Ranch, and maybe that's not a whole lot of fun to bring the kids to. You know what I mean?
But maybe you hide stuff, like prizes and things. You gotta go dig people. I don't know.
Yeah, Dutton Ranch doesn't seem like a place where you would want to do a scavenger hunt. The kind of secrets you would unlock there, Big J.
Find the drama. You can do it.
Wouldn't be proud of. But nonetheless, we will have an opportunity for you to get qualified for that Summer of Fun trip for week number 6, which is very, very exciting. We, of course, will also have an opportunity for you to go to hell with us. We got headlines for you today, so it should be a good Tuesday show. At least that's what we are setting out before us, if that's okay with you, Big J.
Oh, yeah.
And let's get started with some Bush this morning. Glycerine, kicking things off here on the morning after on the X.
Big J.
Like it or not, Big J, we are almost exactly 1 month away from Boise State football opening up their season. You understand me?
Damn!
September 5th on the road against the University of Oregon. And so as they get ready for that, it's probably no surprise that yesterday, first day of fall camp, you understand? Boise State football back on the field as they get ready for the 2026 season and their first year in the Pac-12. Of course, Spencer Danielson had a chance to meet with the press yesterday and said that the start of camp is kind of less focused on that first game of the season and outside opponents and more focused on what the team themselves are doing on the practice field because there's a ton of competition expected across the roster and they still don't have the starting lineup exactly set.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of kind of battles going on positionally to see who's going to end up on the field, and they expect them to be settled over the next couple of weeks. Danielson says he wants the competition between teammates to drive the team through the camp. And Boise State is also adding a new way to measure effort in practice, so they're taking it very seriously. They want the team to practice well so that they play well, Big J. And they've got a first test that's a pretty daunting deal on September 5th, because I don't think this University of Oregon team's a joke. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, yeah, no.
And so we'll see how it goes, because they're coming off, I would also say, kind of a disappointing 2025. Agree or disagree on that?
Yeah.
And, of course, they have to make some improvements to see how it goes in the Pac-12, although most of the Mountain West Conference is coming with them anyway. But still, it's a new look. It's a new home. It's a big deal. It's a larger conference, at least in theory anyway. And so we'll see how it all kicks off. Do you have any expectations heading into the season, Big J, or are you just kind of trying to attack it with a level head?
I think let's just see how things roll in a new conference, a tougher conference, and recruiting, I mean, I don't know what to expect. I do expect them to compete.
Okay.
So.
You're not coming in expecting a Pac-12 title, or are you?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Not an easy task.
But if you were in the Mountain West, would you be expecting a Mountain West title?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, then how come? Because, I mean, it's most of the Mountain West in the Pac-12
but there's still
anymore.
Some other.
There's two other teams.
All right, well.
There's the Washington State Cougars and the Oregon State Beavers. Those are the two other teams that were in the Pac-12 last year that are different teams than who the Broncos are facing this year. I wouldn't call either of those teams powerhouses, no offense to them.
Right.
But what is it about them that scare you more than, say, the teams in the Mountain West?
I don't know. I guess just that they've been that some of those teams have been around a little bit. Okay. I don't really have a good feel for it.
You're just scared of the Pac-12.
I'm so scared of them.
I get it. Big J, Serena Williams is still on the comeback trail. After coming out of a 4-year retirement in June, she is now teaming up with her sister Venus for the doubles draw at the upcoming Cincinnati Open. The move marks the first time the sisters have played doubles together since 2022 back at the U.S. Open. Now, a knee injury knocked Serena out of doubles action at Wimbledon last month. Playing in this tournament could be a hint that she's gearing up for one more run at this year's U.S. Open, which starts in a few weeks. And, of course, there's also been the Olympics rumors kind of swirling around the Williams sisters as well. So we'll see how this goes and if they can stay healthy over the course of this tournament. But I'm guessing that it'll be a very popular match to see come the Cincinnati Open. Agree or disagree, Big J?
Yeah, I would say so.
The box office is doing a mea culpa, Big J. Our fault. We gave you the wrong numbers. Turns out when they redid the math, Spider-Man Brand New Day has broken the all-time domestic opening weekend record. Turns out it earned $360 million this weekend. That surpasses Avengers Endgame previous record of $357 million. Although, if you are a stickler, once you kind of take in inflation, Avengers Endgame is still the number one movie of all time and the number one weekend. But that's not how they usually play these games. So Spider-Man Brand New Day is the new number one movie of all time. Early estimates Sunday had the film missing Endgame's mark by $2 million, but some late screenings on Sunday pushed them over the finish line and earned more than expected. The film also launched to $932 million globally. It makes it the second biggest worldwide opening. Now, Endgame ended up making $1.2 billion, so it'd have to be some really bad math in order to break that mark worldwide, but still a very big deal and a nice domestic record for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, it's a big deal, dude.
Yeah, this film is expected to surpass $2 billion globally, which would make it the biggest hit of the year. And so we'll see how it does. But listen, we're only a week in. We'll also see if it has like some staying power and people go back again and again and again, you know?
I mean, I feel like that will probably be the case.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean,
I want to.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, yeah, you do. But you've also wanted to see The Odyssey, too, and you haven't done that either.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to.
No, it's very true. It's very true. And I hope that you get a chance to for both those movies. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your first round of important stuff. It's the X Rocks.
To the old, we're digging deep into the depths of Netflix. It's Streaming Dumbass on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Treasure Valley, we need your help. More specifically, Big J needs your help. He would like nothing more than to sit down in the comfort of his own home tonight and turn on a movie. The problem is the power to choose a movie has been stripped from him.
I cannot choose.
That power has been given to you collectively as listeners of the X, and we ask you to use that power for good, not evil. As you have been using it for evil apparently the last couple of weeks. And
last 3 weeks.
Big J has not enjoyed the movies that you have selected, and so I'm going to ask you to do a little bit of a better job today. No pressure, though. The idea here is you have 3 movies to choose from. I will give you a plot description from each of those movies. What I will not give you, at least not right away, is the title and stars of those films. You're going to have to choose a movie for Big J to watch based on the plot description we are given from the streaming platform alone. And you do so by voting via text, sending in a text that says movie number 1, movie number 2, or movie number 3. You text that to 208-287-1003. The movie that gets the most votes, that's the one that Big J agrees to watch, no questions asked, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we want as many people as possible to participate because the more people vote, the less likely there's a tie. Ties are gross. We don't like them.
No.
And so we want you to help us out and help Big J out specifically. Big J, are you ready?
I'm ready, man. Let us have it.
Movie number 1. A couple of guys get separated after taking an unexpected shortcut. One of them makes several new friends along the way while trying to fix a problem that's much bigger than he expected. Movie number 2. A dude reconnects with somebody from his past, and what starts as a brief encounter slowly grows into something much bigger than he expected. As his personal life becomes increasingly complicated, it's clear not everybody's ready to let go. Movie number 3. 2 guys set out to accomplish a single goal, but keep getting distracted by increasingly bizarre situations. Somehow, every solution creates an even bigger problem for them. Movie number 1, Far From Home. Movie number 2, Let's Get Weird. Or movie number 3, Great Scott. These are the 3 movies you have to choose from. Which one would you like Big J to watch? That is the question. You text in that number to 208-287-1003. Over the next several minutes, we will tabulate the votes. We will release the results of the movie that you selected for Big J and the titles of all 3 movies. That's going to happen next on the X Rocks. That is Rage Against the Machine. That is Guerrilla Radio here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Let's get to the exciting conclusion of a little thing called Streaming Dumbass. Have the votes been tabulated, Big J?
Hey, Nick, they sure have, buddy.
Do we have a clear and present winner?
We do.
Wonderful. Let's go in reverse order. Let's get the running theme that goes throughout these movies. First of all, there's a couple.
Kidnapping.
Number 1 is all of these movies got a large theatrical release, which is always your favorite. Number 2, I would say all 3 of these movies are pretty big hits, including 2 of the biggest grossing movies of the year. Fall into...
Make me watch a stupid horror movie.
This particular thing.
It's August.
It is August. Get ready for the creepy crawly. But it depends on what movie wins, of course. Let's go in reverse order. What movie got the least amount of votes?
Movie number 1.
Movie number 1, up until last week, was the highest grossing movie of the year. Any guess what that is?
Obsession?
No, sir. That is...
Oh, Backrooms?
No, sir. That
Okay.
is Super Mario Brothers Galaxy.
Oh.
The movie
Mario.
starring Chris Pratt and Jack Black. The
Damn
sequel
it.
made a ton of money at the box office. That was the movie, of course, about the 2 brothers. And that came in last
Bad
place.
voting, everybody.
So if you want to watch that, you'll have to go on your own and watch it on Peacock. What movie came in second place?
Movie number 2.
Movie number 2 is the movie Obsession. That stars Indy Nevette and Michael Johnson. It is probably the most profitable movie of the year so far.
Sure.
That movie is also now streaming on Peacock. If you want to watch it, you're going to have to do it on your own time. I will say also, I've watched all these movies. I liked Obsession. I will say this. Obsession, I think, hot take, because you're probably never going to watch it because you're already poo-pooing it. But Obsession is what I think a fine movie with an absolute S-tier acting performance. Indy Nevette should be nominated for an Oscar. She absolutely carries that film. She's amazing in it. And
What
I
does
think
S-tier mean? S-tier?
Like just absolutely iconic. She does an incredible job. You're not up on your lingo, Big J?
No.
That's pretty sad. The saddest thing I've
I
ever
think
heard.
it's a sad phrase.
Sounds like you are going to be watching movie number 3. Mm-hmm. I will be very interested to what you think about this movie. You will be watching Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, starring Matt Johnson and Jay McCarroll. It is now streaming on Hulu. It is based on a TV series that ran for a couple seasons a couple years ago. You do not have to watch the TV series in order to know what's going on, but you will be watching Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie on Hulu.
I never even heard of it.
Well, get ready to live, man. And we will see what you think about this movie when you come back tomorrow and give us a full review of it.
Based on recent results, garbage.
All right. Well, don't go in with any preconceived notions, Big J.
Too late.
It'll break your heart. Morning After with Nick and Big J. If you want to play the home game, that movie's on Hulu. We'll get a full review from Big J tomorrow. We've got some important stuff next on the X Rocks.
And Big J.
The important stuff is brought to you by the Pit Stop in Downtown Meridian, Big J.
What?
X and Adam are going to be out there broadcasting live on Thursday night, 6 to 8, for an X-Fest 2026 pre-party. What do you think that means to you?
It means there'll be some partying, probably some drinks,
Check.
and X-Fest tickets to give away.
That's also true. Every 30 minutes, they're going to give away some X-Fest tickets
Holy heck fire.
for you to enjoy. So make it part of your Thursday evening plan. Swing on by the Pit Stop in Downtown Meridian, right there on the corner of Broadway and Main in Downtown Meridian. You show up there, you see Adam, you see the X-Fan outside, you pop on in, and every 30 minutes we're giving away tickets to go check out X-Fest 2026 with Godsmack and Stone Temple Pilots and Dorothy and Basement, and it's going to be awesome. And we want you there, plus a bunch of other stuff from the X-Rock stock as well. So we'll see you Thursday night at the Pit Stop in Downtown Meridian. Big J, I think it's fair to say that protein is having a moment right now. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, it's been probably the last couple years, for sure.
We're in the middle of what we like to call a protein craze. Everybody is kind of a little bit more cognizant of it, of what it can do for you, and in some cases its benefits. But Big J, what if I told you that new scientific review can say that there are some negative effects? Now, not saying that protein is killing you or is bad for you or anything like that, but what they did find out is what protein may be doing, Big J, is aging your ass. You understand?
No.
Making you look all leathery and have your metabolic health cross yeast and fruit flies and rodents and all sorts of crazy stuff. Now, short-term trials in humans showed real improvement in things like blood sugar, insulin sensitivity, and body fat, so protein is a good thing. But also, it messed around with your skin a lot and made you look a little bit older and sucked out some of that moisture that's in your skin and can do some damage to that. It can make you look a little bit older than you actually are.
I thought that was just the Arizona sun.
Well, this test was not taken in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
It was more of a worldwide test.
Just a leathery
it can
person
certainly
that
do
spent
it.
their whole life in Arizona.
Sure.
It's like
now, I'm not saying
bulletproof skin.
If you eat a bunch of protein, you're going to look like your beef jerky. I am saying, however, that there could be some aging effects to it because, a lot of things that come along with protein are some things that can suck out moisture in your body. And so there is that as well. So it's not killing you or hurting you, but there could be some things that it does that offsets the way you want to look.
Can we just go back to moderation?
No, dude. We have to do everything to the extreme. Maybe you don't get it.
It's like they put on the, now they say protein packed. And I'm like, it's actually probably the numbers never changed.
No, we just
how much protein is in it. They're just like, hey, you should know it's got like 54 grams of protein.
Right. They realized what they can market to make it stand out in a time where it is popular. And they go, hey, listen, sure, there's a bunch of other terrible things in this product for you, but you know what you get? Freaking protein.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Love it.
Big J, even though the U.S. flamed out in the round of 16 at this summer's World Cup, they have decided to re-sign their head coach. So Mauricio Pochettino will return as the head coach of the U.S. men's soccer team through the 2030 World Cup. He is getting a full 4 years ahead of the World Cup as opposed to less than the 2 years that he had before this year's tournament. So it'll give him and the team a bit of a fresh start. So he's excited to come back. Are you excited for the future of men's U.S. soccer?
I mean, I guess in 4 years I'll care.
Until then, it's persona non grata?
Yeah, it's like, hey, good luck out there, fellas.
All right. Listen, man, you didn't quite reel Big J in with the World Cup, unfortunately. Sorry. Not everybody can become a soccer fan.
I mean, well, during the moment, it's like, yay. But I mean, I'm not going to spend the next 4 years thinking about soccer, wondering what they're doing.
It's kind of like gymnastics at the Olympics for you. You want the U.S. to do well, but when it's not in front of your face, you're like, who gives a rat's ass?
Like the sport itself isn't something I'm, overly passionate about.
Got it.
I mean, why is it every 4 years?
I don't know. Why is the Olympics every 4 years?
I know. Why? I don't, 2 years seems all right to me. I mean, I can't imagine having to wait 4 years.
Well, I think
for the event that I love.
Probably don't forget that all of these people are playing other places and other teams and all these kinds of things. It's not the only time you can get soccer, but I think the World Cup, when it started, was trying to do a Olympic-style event for just that sport. And it was different than the leagues that they have across the world. These were people representing their country coming together to play and to do so to make it like the World Championship of something. And even though we call things the World Champion and the World Series and the Super Bowl, it's really just our collective people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this makes it a worldwide event, and it's not easy to get everybody together all the time like this.
I wonder what originally, has the Olympics always been every 4 years?
Well, don't forget they switched it to 2 years now. So you got 2 years, you got winter and then summer. So it used to be all 1 year, and then they switched it to offset years, remember?
Yeah, I wonder if that goes way back to the ancient times.
I'm sure it does.
I mean, there must have been a reason they decided, hey, we should only do this so many years.
Well, don't forget in the ancient times, it was also really hard to get all these mother bleepers together in one place.
Yeah, they're usually killing each other in wars and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
That was
like now.
Yeah. Weird, right?
Yeah.
Big J, hey, can I give you a blast from the past?
Oh, Brendan Fraser?
Not quite.
Okay.
MySpace. You remember it, Big J?
I've heard, there's attempts to make a comeback.
According to Tim and Chris Vanderhook, the founders and owners of MySpace, Tim from MySpace, he has confirmed plans to relaunch the once dominant social media program more than 20 years after its debut. Now, they put together a new documentary simply called MySpace, and Tim has stated, quote, "We are going to launch MySpace. We're just waiting for the right time to do it." Now, the brothers repurchased the platform back in 2011. Remember when they sold it to Justin Timberlake in 2007?
Briefly,
when nobody cared about it. The attempted they want to do a music-focused redesign. Back in 2011, they tried that again.
Kinda.
It failed. It didn't gain any traction. So it was just an onslaught of losses for MySpace since then, and then they had advertiser cancellations and all stuff. But don't forget, at its peak, MySpace was a cultural phenomenon, Big J. It helped a bunch of musicians' careers launch out of nowhere, including Adele is probably the biggest one. But, of course, it blew up for a lot of people. It was a big deal. It was everything. You had your top 6, then your top 8, then your top 12 friends, Big J, remember?
Yeah.
Promoting and demoting people from your front page. You used to have your intro song on there. It was a huge deal. But don't know if it can survive in today's atmosphere. It'll be interesting to see if it can. It's tried twice already and hasn't gotten any traction. I can't imagine it's going to be any different, but they're going to try to make it a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think there's more technology now. There's things that would make it more accessible. We'll see. Are you going to sign up for a new MySpace page?
No, I don't think so. I mean, like
we don't already have enough.
Right.
There's enough, man.
Like, I'm not on Blue Sky. I know that's an alternative. I'm not on Twitter anymore, really. I haven't tweeted in 3 years. So, I am trying to remove social media from my life and not add to it.
How's your Snapchat?
I have another thing I haven't touched in years. It exists on my phone. I haven't opened up that program in a very, very long time.
Friendster?
Yeah.
Remember Friendster?
I remember Friendster. What was the thing where you could be the mayor, where you would check in at places that our friend Aaron is a big fan of?
Oh,
what was that called?
It was like
Foursquare.
Foursquare.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, he still keeps
I know,
that thing
he's
going.
the king of that. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We are going to go to hell next on the X Rocks.
After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X Rocks.
We are headed to St. Petersburg, Florida for today's We're Going to Hell story. And Big J, we've all been there, man. You're grabbing a bite at the Cisco Crispy there in St. Petersburg. It's
What's
like
that?
1 o'clock in the morning. I'm guessing it's like a bar restaurant because you're having a bite to eat, right?
Yeah, man.
So you're having a couple of beverages and all of a sudden it hits you, right? You're like, listen, it's been a good day. I have got to get it on with the person I'm here with. This needs to happen. So you excuse yourself and you go into the bathroom there at the restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And you handle your business just like you see in all those movies you like. And, of course, you have a server there that realizes that your table is now empty. And you're like, hey, that's weird. There were 2 people here at one point. Now there's nobody. I wonder if they dined and dashed on my ass, right? And so they go over. The server goes over to the manager and says, hey, listen, I had 2 people here. They were running up quite a tab. I don't know what happened to them, but they're no longer at their table. And the manager was like, I'm pretty sure I saw her headed to the bathroom. Don't know what happened to the other person, but I thought I saw her at the table headed to the bathroom. The her in this particular situation is a 19-year-old woman who decided to go in there and go to the bathroom and get it on with the person they were with. So the manager, 37-year-old Kalina Conklin, goes into the bathroom to try to find the person that was at the table to make sure they're okay or whatever. And that is when, of course, she then walks in on 2 people having intercourse in the bathroom.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
And so it was at that point where they're like, hey, we are an establishment. You're not allowed to do this in here. We're going to have you escorted from the property. They didn't want this happening. So she waits for the 2 patrons to get dressed, and she decides to escort the 19-year-old from the bar. And that is when Big J, the 19-year-old...
Shouldn't even be there.
Well,
right?
It's a bar restaurant, so
okay.
She could be. And so that is when the 19-year-old spit in the face of the manager of the Cisco Crispy. Yeah, not cool, man. According to the officer, there were several witnesses to the event. There was spit visible on the victim's face when police arrived.
Gross.
And
how long are you going to keep the spit on your face? I mean, St. Petersburg, the cops are probably there in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. They ended up arresting Haley Serbal, who was involved in this and did the spitting. She was booked into county jail on a misdemeanor charge. Court records show that Serbal is a defendant in 2 pending felony criminal cases. She apparently was arrested for auto burglary last year and being an accessory to, after the fact, to an aggravated assault with a firearm. So, obviously, Big J, she's got a little bit of a history of getting into scraps here and there. You understand?
Yeah, not the smartest.
No, and so unfortunately, she was arrested. I don't know. I'm sure she'll have a court case coming up later on this year. But a reminder that, listen, don't be spitting in people's faces. It's pretty gross.
Yeah, no, that's assault, brother.
I don't like it. I don't think I'd want.
Right after you're having sex with somebody? That's extra gross.
I didn't even really think about that, but yeah, you're right.
I mean,
right.
And that's why I'm like, you're waiting? Why? I mean, I don't believe that part of the story.
What don't you believe?
That they still had to spit on their face.
I think they wanted to keep it there to prove that they got spit in the face.
But who does that?
I don't know. It's Florida, man. What do you want me to say?
Take a damn picture.
I
We
agree.
got cell phones. Take a quick video and then wipe that bleep off your face.
Unless the officers were already there. I don't know how long it took them to drag the people out of the bathroom. By that point, maybe the officers may have arrived and they could have seen the incident. I don't know. But you're right. If somebody spat in my face, I probably wouldn't want that spit on there.
Yeah, I don't want that marinating in my face.
It would be instinct for me to wipe it from my face, I think. You ever been spit in your face, Big J?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, not in a way that you wanted to.
No. Then no.
Okay. It's a hard no.
Hard no.
Really? In all your whole 50 years, you've never been spit
I
in
don't
the face?
remember an incident because I'll tell you what, if somebody did that, there would be consequences.
Sure.
So I know how many fights I've been in, and they had nothing to do with spitting in the face.
Have you ever spat on somebody else?
God, no.
Okay. I haven't either.
I've spit in somebody's general direction.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, we made that joke plenty of times. I've never
spit
actually
in your
done
general
it.
direction. But there's no. That seems so like.
It's a weird boundary, right? Like it's something that I can't fathom doing to somebody.
It's a great word. I no, there's no point, and I'm like, I'm so angry, I want to spit at somebody,
or just like spit in somebody's face. Yeah, it's a weird thing to do. I don't know. It's never crossed my mind either.
Probably because we're normal.
Yeah, and you and I get in fights all the time. Morning after.
Yeah, I'll shake and stuff, but I'm not going to spit.
Yeah, it's a line we won't cross. Morning after with Nick and Big J. There's your We're Going to Hell story. It is the X-Rocks. That is Slipknot. That is Duality here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. No news out of that camp recently. Everything's perfectly normal there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Big J, we talk about this every year, but USA Today has published their annual burger rankings for the United States of America, and they are out. All of the favorites are there. This is something that goes nationwide, so it doesn't matter how big or small the chain is, but it does kind of fall into the chains of things. You understand? Mm-hmm. So it's not going to be like Mark's Burgers in New Hampshire's the number one burger in the country. These are more like where can the usual random person pop in and grab one. So based on that knowledge, I will ask you once again, because I don't know if it changes. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. What is your favorite place to grab a burger?
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. Do you usually get a double-double or do you get a single? What do you get?
Double-double.
You animal
Animal
that?
style, yeah.
Got it. It came in second place for the second straight year in this particular study. Now, in case you're wondering, USA Today doesn't just rank by some author. What they do is they take in not only food expert opinions, but hundreds of thousands of reader votes as well.
The readers.
That determines it, and In-N-Out came in second place. Shake Shack, Five Guys all up there as well. But for the second straight year, Big J, it is Habit Burger and Grill's Double Char that got the top spot in the annual burger ranking.
It's crazy to me.
I have never been. Have you been to Habit?
Yeah, I don't
like
I don't think it's that good.
They're building one right by my house, so I'll have to, at this point, pop in and see if it's any good. But if you're unfamiliar, the Double Char features 2 flame-grilled beef patties, caramelized onions, lettuce, tomato, pickles, and mayo on a toasted bun. Unlike In-N-Out and the other competitors on this list that use flat-top grills, Habit apparently is cooked over an open flame and has been since 1969, which in the readers' and the food experts' opinion, give the burger a better taste. Habit now has over 355 locations worldwide, including the new one that's popping up in Meridian here soon. And so you'll have a chance to check it out. There'll be a little bit more available to you here in the Treasure Valley, and you can see what's on top of your list. In my opinion, by the way, Five Guys beats In-N-Out, but it's close. I like both of them very much. But, you know, it's
a different experience.
Yes.
That's for sure.
That's what it is.
I would totally hit Five Guys more often if they had a drive-thru.
Sure. Yeah, that's not something that's a thing. They're also, you sometimes have to take out a home loan to eat there, but it is certainly worth it in my opinion. Shake Shack is always at the top of this list. I've only been there once with you, and I thought it was just okay.
Yeah, I hit it up in Boston, too, when we were there, and it's I mean, it's an experience, that's for sure. There's probably some different options than I think. In and out's so basic.
Yes.
Like, everybody else has got a little bit something extra. When it comes to smash style burgers, the Shake Shack for sure, I think is one of the tops.
Yeah, and Smash Burger's having a moment.
We don't have one. I wonder if there's ever going to be any news of that happening here.
Yeah, really, the only thing we're missing as far as that is concerned is like Whataburger and a Shake Shack.
Yeah.
Those are the two things that haven't come here to the Treasure Valley, unless you count Buc-ee's among that as some place that's popular to swing in and grab a quick bite to eat. But everything else we pretty much have at our fingertips that's available nationwide. So there is that. But we will see. I don't think there's been any conversations of either of those two chains coming here to the Treasure Valley, but
Unless
you never know.
It's secret.
Some of these things are top secret. Morning After with Nick and Big J coming up in a few minutes. Some important stuff. It's next on the X Rocks.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff brought to you by T Mazda and the Pre-Owned Superstore. Getting finance at T Mazda even easier than ever thanks to GoTeamCredit.com. Everybody gets pre-approved, no effect on your credit, so check it out. Log on to GoTeamCredit.com today. Get yourself pre-qualified for a vehicle over at T Mazda. Big J, think about when you're sleeping, right? Pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Unconscious.
Are you a drooler? Do you drool when you sleep?
No, not really.
You get yourself a damp pillow when you wake up?
Nope.
Huh?
No.
Congratulations.
Yay!
It's not that uncommon to be a little bit of a drooler, and it's rarely cause for concern. But a neuroscience professor at the University of Texas is letting people know about some drooling problems that they may have. It's normal, it's harmless, it's things that happen typically when you're a mouth breather and you got some gravity going on. It usually stems from REM sleep when muscles temporarily paralyze. However, yeah, exactly. You know how I like to call them REM.
Yeah.
However, experts warn that if you are having like a serious persistent drooling problem, or like you have loud snoring, gasping, or like serious exhaustion, that could signal sleep apnea, something to be aware of. Facial weakness or trouble swallowing may indicate a neurological issue as well. So these are things that you kind of need to pay attention to. But if you're like sick of waking up to like a damp pillow, you could, fix it up with nasal congestion, decongestion strips. You can adjust your sleep position, stay a little bit more hydrated, use mouth guards, chin straps if it's really bad. So there's lots of ways you get around it, but it's no problem unless you're like got other things going on that you need to be worried about.
Yeah, keep it under wraps, though. We'll shame you.
Who will?
Mouth-breathing drooler in your sleep?
Well, how do you know if somebody else is drooling in their sleep?
I don't, unless somebody you tell somebody. And I wouldn't recommend that.
I'm not sure if it's something to make some fun of somebody over, but I mean, I guess to each their own. If you could find a little point of weakness, Big J, why not see if you can't tear down the whole building, right?
Yeah.
Now that the baseball trading deadline is over, all eyes will be on two-time Cy Young Award winner Tariq Skubal. He will take the mound tonight for the Dodgers against the Cubs at Wrigley Field. Dodgers president of baseball operations Andrew Friedman had strongly disagreed with the idea that the deal could be a sign that the team is ruining baseball. Friedman says the trade is something that any team could have done, and he'll do anything to keep his current run going.
Yeah, duh.
I mean, part of it is there are a lot of teams that are complaining. First of all, the Tigers flat out refuse to talk to about half of the teams in the league. They don't want to deal with them for whatever reason. And then they feel like the package they got in return is pretty minuscule, which is part of their problem. Don't know if there's anything going on there. Not sure baseball can do anything. I mean, they already pushed the trade through, so that's the way it goes. But Andrew Friedman is not apologetic and doesn't think that they're ruining baseball, but we'll see. 2028 is when
I hope they win the World Series again.
Is
to
when
piss everybody off.
It all goes down for a possible salary cap. So we'll see if that becomes a thing and if there's a work stoppage because of it, because my guess is there would be. I don't think the players are in favor of a salary cap because they're right now making money hand over fist.
So much money.
And so I would be shocked if they would be for that. So usually if they want to put in a salary cap, that's going to lead to some sort of work stoppage. So something to be prepared for. Big J, we know that Amazon MGM is in the Warhammer 40,000 business.
Mm-hmm.
They're putting together a series with Henry Cavill, a live-action Warhammer 40K series. We got an animated series now that they just announced yesterday. We do know that Henry Cavill will executive produce this animated project, so they apparently really want to be in the Warhammer 40K business with Henry Cavill. Of course, Henry's a huge fan of this particular property. He has been playing it for a long time. He enjoys it, so he's taking this pretty seriously. We don't know a whole lot about the plot, but apparently the story will include the Death Watch. That is, if you have played Space Marine or you're familiar with that, that is a group of elite Space Marines, and so there's going to be a story kind of revolving around that. But there's so much to the Warhammer 40K universe and so much lore that is mixed into that world. Who knows what kind of stories they could pull out of it, you know?
Yeah, and I have zero interest.
How come?
I love Henry. I just never, it's not a game I ever played. It's space stuff, you know, I don't know. I just never really, it just doesn't seem like, God, I want to see what that's like.
Well, I mean, I'm 100% certain they're going to try to make this as palatable for everybody as well as fans. And so they want you to probably, I'm guessing they would hope this to be a launching off point for people that aren't familiar with this stuff, because you're doing it wrong if you're just doing fan service at this point for this series, right?
I would think so. You want more people to come to the party.
Right. And so I don't know much about it either, but I did play Space Marine, the new game that was out. I enjoyed that very much, but there was a lot going on there that I still didn't totally understand.
The fact that Henry loves this so much. Like, I just saw a picture of him signing a Warhammer item from a fan, a kid, and you should have seen his face. He was so giddy to do it. He was so excited. I mean, he's the stuff he loves, man, he loves unbridled.
Yeah, he's a fan.
Yeah.
And it's nice when fans get to make their dream project, and that's what this sounds like this is for Mr. Cavill. It's too bad you're not a fan enough of his.
I can't wait to see it now.
To care about what he likes. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We got your pop culture smackdown next on the X Rocks.
Pop culture smackdown. Right. On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, the days are counting down. We're getting close here. Shinedown, the Dance Kid Dance Act 2 show happening at the Extra Mile Arena, downtown Boise area. It's going to be awesome. Shinedown, Coed and Cambria, and From Ashes to New. We'll get you set up with tickets here absolutely free. Plus, entered into the opportunity to get in early and check out the Shinedown Museum. Might even see some Shinedown guys while you're in there. So this is all for grabs. You just have to beat me in Pop Culture Smackdown. Should be very easy.
208-287-1003 is the number that you need to call in order to defeat Big J in Pop Culture Smackdown. Of course, the hard part is getting through. And then you have to answer a question correct and pray to the pop culture gods that Big J, on his hike up Pop Culture Mountain, stumbles and falls and rolls all the way down. And if that happens, congratulations, these Shinedown tickets become yours.
Good news, I don't hike.
Ain't that the truth? And so let's see how it goes. Good luck to everybody. Hello, the X.
Hello,
Hi, who's this?
it's Deanna.
Deanna, you're up first. Deanna, what comedian and actor played the lead role of the 2009 movie Paul Blart, Mall Cop? Big J's really come around on him.
Best
yeah,
friends.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, that's the tough part of this whole quiz.
Thank
Anything?
you, though. I got nothing.
All right, next time.
Deanna, we appreciate you listening. Thank you for playing along. Big J, you know this answer, right?
Yes.
You're halfway home. Hello, the X. Great. We tried. Can't say
Coward.
we didn't try. Hello, the X.
Hi.
Hi. We need to know what comedian/actor played the lead role in the 2009 movie Paul Blart, Mall Cop.
Kevin James.
That is correct. You're officially taking on Big J. What's your name?
Kim.
All right, Kim. Good luck. Big J, to you. In the movie Austin Powers in Goldmember, what country is Goldmember from? He loves gold.
He loves gold. I feel like he's from Denmark.
You're not too far off, though. Not too far off.
Finland? Holland? Holland.
Got it
All
on
right.
the third try.
Damn it!
Holland is where Goldmember is from. But unfortunately, you have to get it on the first try in order to.
I'm
get it
aware
right.
of the rules.
Kim,
I've only
congratulations.
been here a couple minutes.
You have got tickets to Shinedown. You're qualified for the Shinedown Museum. Hang on 1 second. Kim will hook you up with all the information you need for that show on Monday at Extra Mile Arena. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We got your headlines. They're next on the X Rocks.
Nick and Big J.
Headlines are as follows, Big J. Damn kids. Meet the Flockers and Crappy Job.
Damn kids.
A Minnesota man will appear in court next month after allegedly installing a homemade spike strip on his lawn to stop neighborhood kids from cutting through his yard. Kyle Steffen is 39 from Wyoming, Minnesota. He faces one gross misdemeanor charge carrying up to 180 days in jail. Police responded late April after neighbors spotted Steffen yelling at her children. Officers discovered a thick plastic strip embedded with roughly 43-inch screws. Steffen admitted to placing the device to, quote, keep kids off his damn lawn, claiming he had repeatedly warned him. He told officers he wanted to scare, not injure anyone, but police noted that he seemed frustrated that the device he installed was not effective and the kids were still on his lawn. His first court appearance is scheduled for August 25th, Big J. This is a reminder you can't place a homemade spike strip on your lawn to keep kids off of it.
Yeah, not cool, man.
I guess, where does the line draw? Private property, right?
Yeah.
I know I got yelled at as a kid for cutting through people's lawns. Nobody did anything to try to hurt me, at least I don't think. But when I'm a kid, I'm looking for a shortcut, man. I used to walk everywhere. This is how it worked.
Yeah.
And so it's not unfamiliar territory. I don't know how I would feel if I stumbled upon like a booby trap or something. You know what I mean? That was intended to hurt me. You don't put screws into a plastic strip that you don't expect to impale somebody in their foot.
It's not Nam, dude. Right? It's the neighborhood.
I get it. You don't want kids on your lawn, but man, just yell at them. You make them scared the normal way and they'll stay the hell away from you, Not the, oh my God, there's something there that could hurt me and give me tetanus. I need to probably stay away. Meet the Flockers or crappy job?
Crappy job.
A normal Comcast retail employee is suing the company because he allegedly witnessed humiliating workplace punishment rituals. David Figueroa claims that managers at a Plainville, Connecticut Xfinity store tied low-performing employees to a chair and then started hitting them with pies while coworkers watched and cameras rolled. A back-office whiteboard allegedly tracked sales using emojis marking underperformers with pie-covered unhappy faces. Figueroa was hired in February as a retail sales consultant, reported concerns to a regional manager, and received no response. He quit within a month, calling it a hostile and violent work environment. Comcast denied the allegations, saying that the company has zero tolerance for harassment, humiliation, or any behavior. But there are videos out there of employees getting hit in the face with pie. Now, Comcast already has a history of paying out employment discrimination penalties to the tune of almost $8 million, so maybe they're not being totally truthful about this. That seems like a pretty crappy way to have a job performance review. Agree or disagree, Big J?
Or fun.
You think it's fun to be tied to a chair and have a pie thrown in your face?
Not the tied to the chair part, but
Okay.
I'll take a pie to the face.
You will.
Banana cream, please.
Oh, no, I don't know if you can pick I don't know if you can pick it. But
Also, do a good job and you don't get a pie in the face.
I guess.
There's
Seems
motivation
weird.
right there.
I think that's exactly what the company is thinking. But I think the people that did not know that what they were getting into don't seem to be in that same page. But we will see where this goes in terms of a lawsuit, Big J. We'll wrap it up with Meet the Flockers. Big J, what's your hot take on flock cameras?
I don't care.
A Florida retiree has found a unique way to deal with them in his area. He has tried blocking flock surveillance cameras with a 12-foot-long pool skimmer. Carl Gunn got mad at the cameras, so he decided to get even, and doing so in a way that's completely legal. He simply grabbed his lounge chair and a beverage and sat down holding a skimmer, which has a sign that read, "Down with flock cameras," to block the view of the camera. The 77-year-old says he decided to go on this quest because Flock Safety, the company behind the license plate readers, is collecting data on everyday drivers without permission and turning a profit doing it. He's been approached by police on more than one occasion, but police have admitted and bystanders have stepped in saying, listen, he's not breaking any law. So the cops are leaving without taking any action, but that's his one way to do a protest against the flock cameras in his neighborhood. Big J, hero or idiot?
I will protest. Sure, go ahead. Whatever.
Yeah, not against the law. Knock yourself out, man. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your headlines. You're up to date on everything. We got another keyword coming your way for summer fun. That's next on the X. See those guys on November 14th. That is 3 Days Grace. I don't want to go home tonight on the morning after with Nick and Big J. And Big J, we often talk about how you should never throw away anything, right? You never know what's going to be worth money.
I mean, yes, you're right.
But
at the same time, that starts collecting stuff. And listen, over our lives, we collect a lot of things, Nick. And here's one thing that's true. You can move out, but your stuff never will. Because if you still got boxes sitting in your parents' house, you're not alone. A new survey found that nearly half of Americans still use their parents' home as a storage space. Boy, I can tell you that's the truth. The average person keeps about 9 boxes of belongings at their parents' house, Nick. It's especially common among Gen Z and millennials. We're talking 82% of Gen Z. I mean, they're still pretty young, so they're probably barely able to afford somewhere to live. Millennials, 69%, and even 46% of Gen X.
Yeah.
I mean, we're old enough to have our own stuff.
Right.
Right.
Well, you keep stuff at the in-laws, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we don't have any room for all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And here's the interesting thing about this stuff. It's like why we keep, it is a yin and yang because we're like, hey, listen, sports cards and stuff those are worth a lot of money now, that kind of stuff. But I don't know if that's exactly what's getting left behind, Nick. A professor, or I should say a clinical psychologist, explained the science behind sentimentality, saying that research shows that sentimental objects can act as cues that help us access important life experiences, maintain a sense of continuity. Yeah, thanks. Continuity over time, and preserve emotional connections to things that matter to us. But yeah, they start collecting, and it's hard. I mean, I just cleaned the garage the other day. It's looking nice, but I know, we've got stuff going in and out all the time. We have a bunch of the kids' stuff. But yeah, we have stuff. It's just
because you keep some
like
stuff for your kids, right?
Yes.
And then you have stuff. So it is like everybody's got stuff everywhere kind of a thing. I had stuff in my parents' house up until recently because my parents moved twice in the last calendar year. And at some point, they're like, get this bleep out. We don't want to move it around anymore. Yeah. So they shipped out the 3 boxes that I had left at my parents' house in Wisconsin to me. So they're now in my garage. But I had like sports cards, yearbooks, my Letterman jacket, all that stuff, like high school stuff. You know, all of that was there. Like trophies and stuff from all the crap that I did. And so they sent that to me, and now it's just in a box in my garage. But I have it now. So no longer do I have anything in my parents' house.
And the biggest thing, too, and we talked about this, I think, last week, is that, when you pass away, all this stuff is left.
Right. All this junk.
And it's like, to your kids, it's not necessarily sentimental, but it was for your parents. So you want to keep that stuff. But then it's just... Then you're really starting to hoard stuff, and at some point, you just got to cut it loose and be like, this doesn't really matter in the end.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, like, they sent it to me, and it's all a bunch of sentimental things. Like, what am I ever going to do with trophies from high school? What am I ever going to do with my Letterman jacket? All of it should be in the garbage, but I can't throw it away. But I don't have, like, tons of stuff stacked up, so that, I guess, helps. But you're right. I mean, if I were to pass away, all that stuff's going to end up in the garbage. That's the only place it would ever go.
I'll keep some of yours.
Thanks, man. All right, I'm putting you in the will. You're taking care of the garage.
Yeah!
You love cleaning out garages?
I'm
just got another one.
Somebody's will.
Getting my garage cleaned up and figured out. Thank you. There's not that much stuff in there, so it's not.
That's why I'm like, yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
it does feel like you're taking less clutter with you when you leave some stuff behind, and maybe that's why we do it too. It's like, I don't really need this stuff, but I don't want to throw it away. Let's make it somebody else's problem.
Just keep an eye on where your important stuff is. Okay?
Agreed. Know where your papers are, your birth certificates, and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, you better have them. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We will do some bad impressions. They're next on the X Rocks.
Even unimpressed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
I think you'll be pretty impressed on Monday of next week at the Extra Mile Arena when Shinedown takes the stage. Coheed and Cambria and From Ashes to New. Got a big pair of tickets here for you and get you qualified to get in early and check out the Shinedown Museum. You just have to figure out the clues to this famous actor to win them.
Phone number 208-287-1003 if you'd like to play. Big J is going to present to you 3 clues. Each of those clues individually and collectively are going to point you in the direction to that very famous actor. If you can figure out who he is in those 3 clues or less,
who am I?
These tickets are yours, and hopefully that makes you happy. Are you ready, Big J?
Yeah.
Then to the phones we go. Hello, the X.
Morning.
Morning, man. Who's this?
Jeremy.
All right, Jeremy, you're up first, man. Good luck.
I wasn't the first wrestler who went full-on actor. Not going to be the last either.
Next one.
I've managed to get myself into the Bond universe, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the Dune universe.
Last one.
My Spy, Wrecking Crew, and Knock at the Cabin. Just a few of the movies where I'm not Drax the Destroyer.
Dave Bautista.
It is Bautista.
Well done, Jeremy. Hang on 1 second. We'll hook you up with those Shinedown tickets, get you everything you need for that show on Monday at Extra Mile Arena. Why is David Bautista in the news?
Nick, he is in talks to replace Ryan Hurst, of course. He was, had already filmed a bunch of stuff as Kratos in Amazon's God of War series. He had tore his bicep and no longer could finish out the role. So they're having to recast it. Bautista is in talks to do that. He would have to reshoot completed episodes as production resumes on the already ordered 2-season adaptation. It's a real mess over there.
It is. It seems like a real debacle, which is a bummer because if you've seen Odyssey, Ryan Hurst does a fantastic job in that movie.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And I was kind of like, I wonder how it's going to go, but that movie gave me full faith. And it was like the weekend that movie came out that we found out that he was off the show. And I was like, what a bummer for that dude because he was fantastic.
There's a lot of interest in this show and this game in particular, so that'll be interesting. He has got a lot of stuff coming up here in the next couple years that's in pre-production or post-production. He's got a role in Highlander, Dreadnought, and he's got a lot of stuff going on, Mr. Bautista.
It's been interesting to see the kind of transition because, for a while there, he was like, listen, man, I want to be a serious actor. I want to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
And not that he's not, but he's really like doubled down on the amount of genre stuff that he is now doing. Everything's based on a character. Everything's part of a huge kind of franchise. Everything is got something that's kind of a image in your mind of what you think that character is supposed to be. And those things are sometimes tough to live up to.
Yeah,
but I think he's a hell of an actor.
Yeah, he just didn't want to be a meathead.
Right.
Like The Rock, who is also trying to, act as well.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your bad impressions. We will wrap up the show here next on the X-Rocks.
At Farmers, our honesty is contagious.
Wait.
Shinedown Young again, wrapping up the Morning After with Nick and Big J on this Tuesday. Thank you for hanging out with us. You guys selected a movie for Big J to watch tonight. He will do so. He will turn on Hulu and he will watch Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. And he will report back tomorrow and let us know his thoughts on said movie. We also had a chance to talk about some good burgers across the United States of America, spitting in people's faces, drooling on pillows, and why you maybe need to make sure you're going through your stuff on a more regular basis. So a pretty big Tuesday show. Big J, it does leave you the floor, though.
Nick, I don't know if this is your vibe. I know this would apply to one of our good friends, but single people going on dates are using color-coordinated spreadsheets to track their love lives.
No,
logging everything from a date's height and shared values. Seems like a chick thing to do, to be perfectly honest.
Who do you know that used to do that?
Well, no, but I just know somebody's great at spreadsheets, Randy.
Oh, sure.
That would be, I feel like he would have a hell of an Excel sheet for dating.
I feel like you would need enough dates to keep that stuff separate. I'm pretty good at filing that stuff away in my brain if I have a date.
Relationship experts warn that scoring dates on a digital checklist can make romance feel shallow. People who are actively dating are using these spreadsheets, saying analyzing their data helps them date smarter, avoid repeating past mistakes, and ultimately find the one. Sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, I agree.
You might be a psycho.
If you reduce somebody to just a bunch of lines on an Excel sheet, it feels like you're sucking away the romance and the chemistry.
Yeah, where's the pictures?
Involved. I'm sorry, you're right. They should have. I mean, you can put pictures in Excel if you want.
I guess, yeah, but.
So there's that, I suppose. But also, I feel like you would need to be going out on plenty of dates with enough partners that would necessitate a spreadsheet. And so there is my big barrier.
Seems very Mallratsy-ish.
Yes, it does. It does. And a documentary to follow, of course. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your show. Thanks for hanging out with us. Jason Drew's up next. We'll see you tomorrow. See you, X-Rock.